Today we are going to do a video on the top 10 myths about biologics and what are their truths. Okay, I'm going to throw a quick one now straight away in there. Myth number one: you can't inject into your neck like they do in films, like that, and it instantly knocks you out. That doesn't work. Okay, so that's myth number one. Busted. Okay, now myth number two is that they are synthetic drugs. No, they are not. They're made from living cells, interestingly. So that one's busted as well. Myth number two: biologics are toxic and dangerous. Wrong. They are strong. They can be potent, absolutely. But severe side effects are very, very rare. You can check out things like YouTube users and forums and stuff like that to see how many people are getting side effects and what side effects they're getting. Side effects tend to be very, very low because they are made from living cells rather than being the chemical side of things. Myth number three: biologics cause cancer. No, they do not. There is no direct correlation between biologics and cancer, other than the fact that, you know, there's normal people that are predisposed to, you know, potentially getting cancer, that whether they're on biologics or not wouldn't make a difference. Are there potentially things that are linked that then can cause cancer? Potentially, like anything, right? So say, for example, biologics can play havoc with your skin. So the idea of going out in the sun more might get you to be more prone to skin cancers, for example, because your skin is more sensitive to the sun, not the, so it's an indirect kind of potential cause. So that side of things is there, but you can use sun protection, you can stay in the shade and things like that, so you can get around it. From my perspective, the benefits outweigh any implications that they may have. Sorry. Myth number four: biologics stop working after a while. Between 2 and 4% of people can, you know, sort of develop the way that their sort of body takes on medication. And as with anything, if you're taking something long term, the longevity of it your body can just get used to it, I guess. But yeah, it's very, very low. It's only up to 4% of people can experience that. It's busted. Myth number five: you can stop other medications when you start biologics. For example, inhalers. This is a myth as well. So your biologic is intended to work alongside any other drugs that you're taking. There is one exception to this rule, and that is antibiotics. But the idea of antibiotics is that they're very short term, and when you take them, you shouldn't be taking biologics because they work against each other effectively. They do the opposite job. But other than that, because treatment plans and medication plans are tailored directly to you, any long-term drugs are tailored to you. Therefore, biologics should be working alongside them. So myth busted yet again. Myth number six: biologics are only there for adults. Wrong. They do pediatric biologics as well. So they're specifically tailored to infants, kids, and stuff like that. So there are cases where unfortunately, children may experience issues where they're going to need biologics, and they have their specific ones for them. They get tested in the same way that adults get tested to make sure that, certain levels and the biologics are working very well. And then once they're at a certain age, or they can, handle adult biologics, they move on to them. Busted. Myth number 7. Biologics are there to make profit. No. So, biologics are there on a need basis. So if you have a need for them, and say, for example, all other types of drug or medication treatment have failed, I think in the NHS in the UK you need to go through three effective failures of different type of like anti-inflammatories and so on. Then biologics are put in. So it's a need perspective. Now, from a profit side of things, they are expensive. Yes, absolutely. So biosimilars have been introduced in the past few years, which are more affordable for the NHS to distribute to patients, and biosimilars work in exactly the same way, from a effectiveness perspective, and they are just developed slightly differently. Okay, so myth busted yet again. Myth number 8. All biologics are the same. No, they're not. Right. So you've got different manufacturers of things, in the same way that you've got different manufacturers of, everything. But with biologics, there are different ways that they treat your body. So you've got certain inhibitors like TNF or IL-17 and things like that. And they do a different job, basically, within your body. So they can range, you've got the biosimilars and you've got the actual biologics. So you've got 2 ranges there, and then within that, they've got several different types of actual way they deal with whatever condition that you've got. All right, so busted again. Myth number 9. So talking about biosimilars, myth, biosimilars aren't as good or aren't as effective. Wrong. So the regulatory body here in the UK go through various tests, very rigorous tests, to make sure that those biologics, or biosimilars rather, are as good as the actual biologics themselves. Number 10, myth. Biologics cause weight gain. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it's kind of a myth, but kind of not a myth at the same time. So, does it cause weight gain? Sometimes. But, here's the but. And technically, if it's weight gain, it's a big but. Anyway, the weight gain technically shows that the biologic is working in a better way. Does that make sense? So it's kind of showing that it's better disease control. There you go. So that's an interesting kind of, is it a myth? Is it a fact? Kind of, it's there, but it's showing a positive side of things in that it's showing better disease control. That's an interesting one, I thought, to finish up on. But anyway, if you've got any questions about biologics, I take them and I inject every 2 weeks. And I would say generally they're a game changer if you've got real problems. So there we go. That's today's video. I thought I'd do a top 10. I haven't done one of them for a little while. And if you want some more of this sort of thing, yeah, let me know. In the meantime, please subscribe and like and all that sort of thing, and share it. I like being looked at. It helps.